The Rose of Maine, a lot of you probably know Donald Berger, great book. And Molf is by Michael Ball, who passed away 10 years ago, but he curated the IE reading series in Baltimore from 205 to 212. So I'm going to read since it's Mother's Day, I'm going to read a poem from this book that's just about to come out by me called Of Rare Earths. And it's for my wife, and it's called Minister Mixologist. But my wife is not the Minister Mixologist. Minister Mixologist. Pre-wedding meeting, minister serves us homemade Swedish liqueur glögg. Whiskey, rum, brandy, ginger, cinnamon, orange peel, almonds, raisins, drip, 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 drip. Elizabeth and Willie dance around room telling stories, drip, drip. Cats and chickens sleep and eat, drip, drip. Fermenting mulberries intoxicate crows, drip, drip. 17-year cicadas croon space-time oratorio, drip, drip. Starlight strain through nebula refills Swedish liqueur of love.
Great, thank you, Chris. Very timely. We've got cicadas on the way, and we've got drips, so perfect for today. Here's my favorite name on the sign-up sheet. It is Faye Polyakov Chen.
Wow.
Welcome.
Extra point for pronunciation, right?
Yeah, I'm wildly impressed. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Gabriella and Josh and David and Stefan and Emma. Oh, thanks. This poem is co-written. I wrote it together with Rory Strong. And full disclosure, the concept is Rory's. And I was just fortunate to be at the right time where we could write it together last spring. And the good news was that Tupelo Quarterly just told us they're going to publish it. Thank you. I'm excited. So the title of the poem is Sorry I'm Late. 1. Sorry I'm late. I've been stalked by starved hyenas. I have some loose ends. I had a qualifying life event. Knife play again. Sorry I missed your call. I was numbing the pain hidden deep inside myself. I was singing songs to stop the silence. I've been shaking on the floor. Sorry I'm late. I am the family emergency. 2. Sorry I'm late. I've been screaming in panic. I fell by the wayside. I've been taking the edge off. I yelled fire in a crowded theater. Sorry I missed your call. It's 14 days until Easter. The sky was falling. I'm in an armed standoff. The world got away from me. I've been bracing for impact. Sorry I'm late. The world was once space dust. I was pursuing a gold rush. I've been cut off. I left myself at the altar. They stopped selling at midnight. I was locked in a tower. I chose my adventure. Sorry I'm late. I do not take place.
Thank you, Faye. Terrific. Next up, Cindy Gold. Sid Gold, to his friend.
For a moment, I thought I was signing a check. The only people call me Sydney is the IRS, right? Okay, this is my new book. It also has 10 full-color prints of my paintings and covers my painting. And it is around. Okay, everybody feeling lucky today? We're all lucky we're here, right?
Indeed.
Linda Gregg died around 2019, and this poem is called Lucky, Lucky Me. Once, not long ago, Linda Gregg spoke of white crows. They inhabited her world, a blasted, untamed landscape she conjured up for us, her willing believers. Some would have gladly become her acolytes, but she had none of it. She went it alone, crisscrossing the land with a voice stolen from a ghost, confident most mistook it for death, the death we've learned to expect some unnamed day. I've searched for those crows. White, I've decided, is an easy color to hide behind. Greg also told us they were both male and female. What else? Yet I'm thinking those white crows are a third gender, a savage, remorseless sex that drains life from the eyes, bleaching the soul with their remorseless, unwavering gaze. They are happy creatures, happy crows. Their call is the voice of joy at a pitch only crows can hear. Common crows, corvus, our lasting friends, have no room for such joy in their lives. I've searched too for the lambs she mentioned, the chosen ones, to no avail. I think now I will find them both, the white crows, the chosen lambs, when the plague now afflicting the lands to the north spreads farther south. They'll congregate in flocks, in herds, in supermarket parking lots, chanting, death, 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 in unison. And only I, lucky, lucky me, will see and hear them. Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. Next up, we have a Hot L regular, also appeared in Smartish Pace a couple years ago, Jennifer Keith.
Yay!
Thanks so much. Crazy weather we're having. This is a new poem and it's called To March. And I write some poems based on movies, and this is based on Lolita by Stanley Kubrick, 1962. To March. She's throwing things, as children often do. The clanging trash can lids, recycling, flies and scatters in the yard. You'll clean it up, enabler that you are. She knows it, too. What drives you mad? Her nature, split in two. The dreamy childishness and tacky grift that plays you, whining, broken Casio, stuck on your boomer tune of right and true, while harboring your sickness. What you'd do to smash the bright ephemera now spread on every surface of her room as if eclairs exploded there, the cheap frou-frou of trash, the disappearing deja vu of mass-made gimcrack, lesser celandine like shiny plastic, faker than the pout she gives her OnlyFans. Good God, not you. The torture never ends. You lie and stew in bed each morning, wondering how to dress, defend yourself, or open to the chance of some warm miracle. How she could make new your desiccated youth and re-imbue your tired eyes with something like a glint that might be bright enough. The clouds relent like lambs. Perhaps the lioness is through. She's smiling at you, eyes still icy blue. Now closer, that warm smile's a rictus, wide. She laughs, the cruelest month, still days ahead. That smile's a shiv. She'll run you through and through.
Thank you, Jennifer. So we'll go with a couple more open mics before our first feature, Gabriella Fee reads for us. Up next, we have my co-host, my pal, the brilliant David Yezzi.
Thank you, Stefan. This poem is a product of, I think, seasonal effectiveness disorder, which hits around this time every year. Though on this beautiful sunlit evening, it seems rather silly, but here goes. It's called He Said. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger, Nietzsche said. Something like that. Heartened and resolute, he braved the worst the war of life could offer. But what of the retreat? By which I mean the time it takes to come back to ourselves after a fall. The joists kicked out again, so that, much like a punchy welterweight, eyes cut and slick with gouts of his own blood, all we can tell is the thud of the blow, muddying the mind and slow to recede. So, Nietzsche is right. We're stronger each time we don't die. Stronger with regard to death, at least. But no sooner does one shock fade than another rocks us senseless, depositing us outside ourselves, wary and contagious, grappling to dodge the blast and filled with life. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And next up we have Marc Nasdor.
Thank you. This is from a recent series called Insurgentes Avenues. And, okay. Title of the poem is 404 Error, Page Not Found. Log into server yields negotiate death dance. And please be careful to unhook from its client whenever the server may drop its connection. Or if one desires in requesting redemption of any unedited statistical afterthought, clotting to near feral motor-mouthed certainty. For example, producers of off-the-cuff potty mouth, piggybacked onto unasked for critique. Oops. I lost my place here. A proposed exegesis on end-timed anything coupled with anything else. Clear? Whatever it begs, it beats medication, and not to be jilted at the primacy counter, and not to entail a demurring to latency, and not to deliberate its multitasked subroutine excellence posited back at itself, as fingers may have fingered it. And why, if it's so, does a fresh ideation gain groin-grabbing pleasure from staring at code porn? Here even more so than outside the firewall. Here even more so than inside the paywall. And then when its quarters start to shift their coordinates, if only to grind themselves into their mission, why even contemplate a curative reboot? Its response is anticipated, inasmuch hearty as it forces the issue and proposes a total abandonment strategy, stroking the server to distribute denial of service attack.